This is Terry Williamson with RVDestinations.blog. We're on our Great River road trip up the Mississippi River, which we have pretty much halfway done at this point. In fact, we've left the Mississippi River and we're headed across the UP of Michigan, basically starting tomorrow. We're in Eau Claire, Wisconsin right now, just above Eau Claire at a town called Chippewa Falls. It's on Chippewa Falls River at a campground called Eagle Ridge Campground. I read a lot of not so nice reviews about this campground, about how unfriendly they were in the office, but let me tell you, I'm impressed. They were very friendly, very helpful, and I didn't understand those reviews. I don't think those were fair reviews. The campground is all grass and gravel roads, but it's level, and it's laid out with full hookups, picnic tables and sewer and water, 50 amp service. There's no cable TV, but basically it's got everything that you would want. It has a laundry on site. And besides the laundry, it has a playground, a pavilion, sort of a meeting area. It has a good many campers in it, but they're so spread out you don't realize there's so many camping here. It's not right on the river, so you can't really see the river from here, but Lincoln and I rode our bikes, and the property right behind the campground, and it may be owned by the same people, I'm not sure. The property behind the campground seems to be the type property where a Boy Scout group or a church group or something like that might use as a campground to have a week-long meeting. It really reminded me of when I was in high school in the band. We'd go to sites like this and spend the week before school started practicing routines for the upcoming year. So we rode through that area that said no trespassing. And we rode through that area, and it was downhill, and we rode down to the river. Beautiful river. Saw people kayaking down the river. It's not a small river, and really looked nice. Sort of reminded me of, it's bigger than the river up at Blue Ridge. I forgot the name of that river in Georgia, but it was a really pretty river, and it made me want to kayak down it. I didn't find a lake. I thought there was a lake here with the campground, but I did not find a lake. So basically we're here as an overnight stop, and tomorrow we head east straight over to Lake Michigan. We'll be camping tomorrow night at North Bay Shore, right above I think that's Green Bay. So that said, I wanted to give a thumbs up review of this campground. I like it. We had some problems at the beginning of our Great River road trip with the camper not being level when we would stop in a campground and not unhook, just leave it on the truck. It wasn't level enough, and our refrigerator quit working. So we lost some stuff out of our refrigerator. Figured out that if we're going to stop like that and not unhook, we need blocks to put this camper up on so the back end is raised higher and the camper is level. So you can see now what we've got we've got the camper up on, well, we've got it raised 5 inches on blocks. And we're still hooked up to the truck. So we use these blocks whether we're hooked up or not, and it helps us get the truck level. Even with the refrigerator working properly, I can't get that freezer to keep ice cream very well. If anybody has any tips or clues on how they keep ice cream in their freezer, please let me know. Our refrigerator it's below freezing. Our freezer, everything's frozen in it. I don't know the temperature in it, but it's not keeping my mint chocolate chip ice cream frozen. It's, well, to use Cheryl's words, would you guys like to drink some ice cream? We did move things around in the freezer a couple of hours ago so there would be better airflow. We had saved several bags of ice in there that was taking up room, and I'm hoping that just the poor airflow in the freezer compartment was keeping it from getting cold. So I'm hoping that'll solve the problem. I don't know yet. We'll find out. Because I need my mint chocolate chip ice cream. This is the expansion area that I've read about that they started on a year or two ago, and they've increased the size of the campground a good bit. I don't see but one camper in the expanded area right now, but this is a good sized campground. I wish I had the figures to give you about how many campsites there are here. It's a good many.